We went over some of the standings here for the Canadian teams in the NHL. So
right on. Did my Flames lose at least last night?
they lost. You should be a happy camper. They lost. So
did they lose in regulation though?
They lost in regulation, and I'll get to the scores here right away. I was just bringing everyone up.
No, they didn't. I'm just looking at it. They went to overtime.
Oh, they went to overtime. Okay, I know they lost for sure.
Fucking idiots.
They're sitting 26 points in the Western Conference, so they're not too far out of the playoffs, but they're far enough that I think
but
they'll fade.
What are they doing going to overtime?
You're giving the fans a little extra worth for their money.
What a waste. What a waste.
So anyways, NHL action. Toronto 7, New York Rangers 3. Pittsburgh at home beats Arizona 4-2. Detroit 6-4 winners over St. Louis. Philadelphia, Nashville. Nashville wins 3-2 overtime. Vancouver 4-1 winners over Tampa Bay. Seattle wins 4-0 over Florida. In Las Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights 5-4 winners over Calgary Flames in overtime. God. Edmonton 4-1 winners over Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks. And San Jose beats Winnipeg 2-1. That's all the action from the NHL.
San Jose's been kind of awesome lately, to be honest with you.
Well, they've been playing better for sure. They're getting great goaltending from Mackenzie Blackwood, come out of nowhere. And, I guess they were kind of along the same lines as Edmonton early on, where they just couldn't get nothing going. Like they were dog ass.
They had a couple big comebacks now, actually. Like, there's still a chance if the Flames can stop going to fucking overtime, maybe we could get dead last. Come on, boys.
Well, I think, I think they can still manage it. I do believe Calgary's going to sell. Calgary's going to sell at the trade deadline. Tanev is out now.
Sell now.
Well, they could start selling now, but you know what's going to happen? They're holding out because they want their guys that they want to trade to be at the highest value possible.
Yeah, well, you see how that works. Tanev's already injured. He was probably our highest one, to be honest with you, and now his trade stock is hurt.
Well, on the plus side, you're only 7 points ahead of Chicago Blackhawks for last place, buddy. So
thank God. So, we should only be 6 points ahead of them. I don't know why we got that point last night. It's pointless, literally.
There is still hope. There is still hope. You can tank, Frank.
Oh, God, let's go, guys. It's not that hard. It's easier.
You know what I hate about the NHL this year is there's like 20 games or there's none.
None. I know. The scheduling, whoever did the scheduling is an idiot.
Yeah, that damn computer is so stupid.
Bastard. It was probably a woman, and there were certain nights that she wanted to watch a special show. So
yeah, probably like Young and Restless has got an evening show maybe now. And
sorry, ladies, I just like to throw that out there. I like to bug my wife sometimes.
Oh, you're in big trouble now.
Yeah, I probably am. Yeah, I probably am.
But yeah, I don't like that. Give me like 7 games a night and I'll be happy.
There's been multiple nights where there's like 15, 16 games the next night, nothing, or one game. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it definitely is. And thank gosh for the NFR, man, because that's been some great watching. It's crazy. The Canadian boys are doing all right. Zeke Thurston last night wins his go-around on Calgary Stampede horse, Explosive Skies. So Canadian wins the round.
Right on. So what would that be worth, do you think, Tyson, and his thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but everyone usually, there's more than 6 qualified rides.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pull it up here right now.
So everyone gets a piece of that pie.
Yep. Here we go. Hang on. I got her. I'll tell you exactly what he won last night. Zeke Thurston, with a 91 score, won $30,706, buddy.
Awesome. Good work. Woo.
And he was on Calgary Stampede Explosive Skies. So
That's a good night.
that is a good night for Zeke. I mean, congratulations to him. Now, let's go to bull riding. So bull riding, there were only 2 rides last night.
Okay.
Okay, Sage Kimsey rode the bull called Polar Express, and he got a 92.
Okay.
And his payoff last night was 52,746 American smackaroonies.
Wow.
Yeah. Second place, Trey Kimsey, 87.5 points. He takes home $46,307. So
Wow.
2 rides, bull riding, like I said, can be done like that. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some money there. And like the top team ropers last night, Luke Brown and Hunter Cook, they took home $30,706. So that's first place basically, because there was enough qualified ropes last night. So
yeah. That's crazy.
Been great. It has been great watching that. I mean, I love this time of year. It's my favorite time of year because, man, there's some good watching. And today is the doubleheader because they canceled the first show.
Yep.
NFR is running one today at 12:30. You can watch, and also tonight at 7:45 is the regular show. So two shows today in Vegas.
And is Jared still riding? Like, is he still there doing his thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you go for all 10 days. You ride every day.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Crazy.
Yeah. So you ride every day. They've fought and clawed and done everything to get there, and now they ride all 10 shows.
Crazy.
So, can you imagine?
Wow.
I was thinking about this a little bit last night. I was watching the post show, and one guy was talking about what that means to the city of Las Vegas, that 10 days of rodeo. NFL.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So put it in perspective this way. So the NFL sells out the Super Bowl and has a live audience of roughly 80 to 90,000, right?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So
one time,
one time, Vegas sells out their show every night, the NFR, about 20,000 a night. So you're talking 200,000 live entrants.
Yep.
Or live audience, sorry. It's there for 10 days. So think of the spinoff for all the hotels, the restaurants, the strip itself. Like that is huge money to Las Vegas.
It is big. It's crazy. I've never thought of it like that, but yeah, that's a massive amount of people, massive amount of money, food, everything.
Yeah, like I mean, people come like a couple days before, chances are, and take in some other shows, and so probably people are staying, I would say, 4 or 5 days down there, maybe going to the rodeo only once or twice, but they got a great trade show going on at the same time.
Yeah,
and it is supposed to be unbelievable. That is on my bucket list someday.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get there. Obviously, I know. There's, I think Dustin Grant went this year, and I know I've got a buddy that goes down quite often.
Yeah,
and it's kind of crazy. Like I mean, Donnie Tori and the Yarshenkos, they went last year.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Lots of people go.
It is crazy, and lots of people do go, and it would be a great time, I think. So it would be.
I think it'd be awesome. Like I said, I don't know if you'd go to every single night, but I think what you wouldn't have to with 10 nights. Shit, pick 2 or 3 to go, and then make a vacation out of it. It's kind of cool.
Do a little gambling. Go to the trade show. Check out look at all the shows that the casinos are putting on. Like, man, there's lots of shows to watch there. It would really be the time to go to Vegas. I mean, it'll be busy. There's no question about it. Then
when isn't it though? So I go. What the hell?
Go even check out a Las Vegas Raider game. They maybe give those tickets away.
Yeah, I don't think they do, but I think they probably should, considering how shitty they are. But I don't think those are free.
Probably not, but they should be, man. They should.
Yeah, I agree. They should be. Yeah.
Speaking of stampedes, Pinoca Stampede released their tickets about a week and a half ago. So if you're looking for a great rodeo, they're up in the ante. They're up in their payout. It's going to be like $60,000 payout per now. So per event. So that is crazy. Pinoca Stampede is the biggest little stampede on earth.
That is crazy, actually. Like crazy.
Yeah. They are making record profits, and they want to give it right back to the Cowboys. Listened to the CEO yesterday, and they decided after this past year that, hey, we're financially, making a little extra. Let's put it back into the Cowboys jeans. So
it's actually insane. Like it's crazy when you think about it. Like that rodeo, the amount of money they're able to come up with, like it blows my mind.
That everyone we talked to, every guest we've had,
their favorite
their favorite rodeo is Pinoca. So that's on our bucket list, man. We got to go there, check it out, and they do have some great musical entertainers. I did check that out.
It's the real deal. It is the real deal.
It is. Our buddy Chance Vegan, of course, will be there, and all the Chucks, Jamie Lavacane, Billy Melville, all those guys, and they all love that rodeo as well. So
yeah, it's crazy that I would always think Calgary would be everyone's favorite, but then when they kind of give you the idea, like it's just so crowded, it's so long, this not and this, it's they, like Pinoca is still a kind of an old true to their self rodeo, where Calgary's more of a show.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Like Pinoca is not a big place.
No, and Pinoca has the best raffles. There's like they still have a 50 head bred heifer raffle, which is crazy. And they got a 50-50, and it's tremendous.
That is crazy.
But I mean, if you got my luck, it wouldn't matter. So you wouldn't win. Just how it goes. But moving on from rodeo. So if you haven't checked out the NFR, check it out because it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sam Emilus worked out for the Arizona Cardinals a couple days ago.
I saw that.
Yeah, Rough Rider. Hopefully he doesn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all is quiet in Riderville, actually. Like I thought maybe they'd have signed a few of their bigger name guys.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Nothing so far. Waiting on Sean Bain.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, it's got to happen. Like I just cannot imagine that they wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you get it done before Christmas, though, myself? I mean, unless Sean wants to, play the market out a little bit. But I would think the riders have reached out and are negotiating with him. You would hope, anyways.
You would hope, yep.
He is our best receiver. And I mean, Tevin Jones. And I mean, we need a lot of changes, and we will have a show on what we'd like to see. Strictly Riders one day. But get our core guys signed. I know there's not a lot of core guys for us, but
yes,
there is. Micah Takes is another one that I would love to see back. Linebacker.
Him I would. The Bain thing though, really, man, I'm telling you, I'm flabbergasted. Like, there's been no chatter yet whatsoever. I don't understand that at all. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know what they're dealing with. I don't know if Mark Mueller knows what the hell he's even doing. Who knows?
Well, that's Jeremy O'Day, I think, the GM guy. So and maybe, in all fairness, maybe Corey Mace is putting a plan together with Jeremy O'Day, like what he would like to see, what he thinks. Some input from head coach, I would say, maybe.
Oh, I would hope so. That you'd think the new head coach has a good say in that. But I just hope they get it right. To be honest with you, I don't have much faith in them. To be honest with you,
we need to get it right. Now, I want to see some different. The O line, the D line. I mean, we need something better.
We do. We really do. It's not. We don't need to keep much. It's not that we got to re-sign a lot. I'll be honest.
We are signing some new guys, though. Eh?
Yes, there's been lots of names popping up. Just nobody that I've ever heard of.
Yes. No. For sure.
But like they've probably signed 9 guys, really. To the practice roster and stuff.
Big American guys, and they'll be at training camp. But names we haven't heard, but we'll see. In other football news, Justin Herbert season-ending surgery yesterday.
Yep.
So.
And Belichick announced he's not coming back to the Pats after this year.
Not to the Pats. Is that
Not
the key
to the
word
Pats.
there? Not to the Pats.
He never said he quit. He said, but I will not be returning to New England at the end of this season. And
So
that's huge.
Where does Belichick go, you think? Does
Chargers.
anyone where?
I think the Chargers are going to take him.
Chargers. That's
Yep.
interesting.
Because he loves Justin Herbert, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually thinks he's awesome, which I do too. And let's be honest, the Chargers, when healthy, actually have a good roster. They just suck. I don't know why, but Staley is terrible. He has not been able to do anything there. He's a weasel. I don't like him in interviews. The players do not buy into anything he says. He's got a terrible defense, yet he runs it. He solely goes over the defensive coordinator and runs the plays. He said it. He said multiple times this year, I will continue to call plays in the defense. It's my defense. And it's like, man, oh man, like you are playing with fire. So I believe he'll be out. And that's a great landing spot for Belichick. Yeah.
Do you think Belichick gets that job and he brings his old offensive coordinator in McDaniels to reunite in San Diego?
McDaniels needs a pickup. Belichick is going to be moving. You never know. Honestly, you never know. It would be
they were together. They were together a long time. Belichick is going to probably get quite a bit of player personnel control.
I would think he would. That would be a good one for him. I just think if that team's healthy, like if you can get the Williams back, get Keenan Allen, you got Eckler, and you can get Herbert all healthy, and then you can get Belichick to build up a defense like he's used to. I mean, Belichick always has good defense. I mean, Christ Almighty, four games stand here, they've allowed less than 50 points. They're the only team that's done that besides the Niners, but they just can't score.
Yeah.
So Belichick knows how to build a defense, and he's always had just good enough offense to win. You know, you get Brady and you get a couple pieces. So I don't know. I think wherever he goes would be lucky to have him. I just think he's got to get out of New England. He needs a new start.
It's time too, right? Like he has been there a long time and
done amazing.
Yeah, he has. He really has.
Done amazing. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to pull up. I should look how old Bill Belichick is. He's
200 or something, 207. Not really sure exactly.
You know, I tell you who's crying is he's 71 years old. So.
Wow. He is older than I thought, actually. I didn't even think he was that old, but that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, so 71. So he's kind of next contract probably is his last.
Yep. Might only be a 3 year.
Crying in Kansas City that they crying foul that they lost. So
yeah, that one, you know, that looks really bad on those guys, on Andy Reid and on Mahomes. I mean, I get it. They don't call that often, but I know I've seen it twice on the Ravens this year, not at the end of a game, but twice lined up in the neutral zone, you know, offside. And they've called it on us. It's been 11 times this year, 8 of which, yes, have gone against the Eagles during the tush push because they're trying to ban that, which, God, you know, a team figures out a play that works. And immediately Goodell's like, wow, this is ruining football. We got to get rid of it. It's an advantage. Well, it's not an advantage. Just other people should learn how to do it too then. I mean,
or defend it.
Or defend it. One or the other. Either use it or defend it.
But
don't take it out just because it works.
Yeah.
And this one, I do understand. This should always be called. This is if you line up offside on the ball, it should always be called. I don't know why it wasn't previously. Like, that's what they're bitching about. They're not saying they weren't wrong. They're saying, well, normally they give us a warning, yada, yada. Well, fuck, guys. It's a rule. Look where he was standing. The ref couldn't even see the ball. Kadarius Toney, for God's sakes, give your head a smack. 3 times that game they went back and it wasn't called. And that was their argument. I'm like, it should have been called 4 times then. The bastard was offside 4 times. You shouldn't be complaining about the one that got called. You should be saying, Jesus Christ, Kadarius, stay onside, you dumbass.
Well, if the lineman is lined up, defensive lineman is lined up offside, they're calling it every play.
Every play.
Difference with offense.
That's right. They say it's not as much an advantage, but bullshit. there's a
Offside's offside.
There's a line there. You're
Yeah.
offside in hockey. They're not like, meh. They even go upstairs and check it.
That's kind of like, so I got a big beef, and I seen it rear its ugly head this weekend in Kindersley when we were at the midget tournament. Hockey Canada and Sask Hockey, as you're aware, they have two different head contacts, a 2 and a 4.
Okay.
So my big beef is take that out of the ref's hands, take that discretionary penalty. So you're telling me one head contact is a little more okay than the other?
Yeah.
No, it's strictly a 4-minute penalty to me, or a major, and throw that 2 out of the way.
I agree, because what are they supposed to do if it's a softer hit? Well, the problem is if you keep giving a guy 2 minutes for a softer one, eventually his next one's not going to be a soft one, and hitting to the head is never good. So it should be penalized harsher. I don't care if it was minor done or heavily done, and the guy's unconscious or not unconscious. 4 minutes or 5 minutes, that's it.
Yeah, hit to the head's a hit to the head. There is no slighter version of the,
Nope.
So wake up, Hockey Canada, get to that, and make it a 4. Make it a 4.
I 100% agree with that. That's because that's intent to injure. I don't give a shit how light it was or whatever. You hit to the head. That's a different situation than anything else.
Yeah, and I get so mad at the referees, and I know it's their to their discretion to judge, but some referees will call 2-2-2-2 all game.
Yeah, they don't want to call that major, in
an important play, all of a sudden it's a 4.
Yeah.
Well, why is that one now a 4? You called 2 all freaking game.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Take it out of their hands, because they're under stress and they don't know, sometimes things happen fast too. Take it right out of their hands, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to make a mistake, or they didn't see it all, or whatever. I think you're right. 1 way, 4 minutes, and it shouldn't be a 2-minute. It is not just a minor. A minor is tripping, slashing, interference. That's a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, take it out of their hands, and hey, it will be easier for them to call then. And they got a tough enough job as it is. So
that's right. I agree, 100%.
Just make it a 4 and gonzo. That's my opinion.
Yep, bang on with that.
Canada has dragged their feet so long on that.
Oh man, they really have. I think when things are good, things are going good, they're financially viable, all that stuff, which sports really has been, especially since COVID, because everybody's missed it so much. It's just like, let's go. The details get left out. It's like, oh, we're making good money. Let's not even have a meeting. We don't need to have a quarterly meeting this year. Everything's going good, but they're not. There is problems, and they're going to rear their ugly head.
They definitely are. And they're just turning a blind eye to the problems.
Turning a blind eye is exactly what they're doing. And it's happening in the NFL. It's happening in the CFL. It's happening in all those leagues. As soon as you're viable, you're making money. And then as soon as you're not, that's when things get tightened down and things become a little more important, But a lot of times I find it's too late by then. They've already missed their opportunity. I mean, you can change it for the future, but there's games affected by this. There's people's careers affected by this stuff.
For sure. And it takes a leading organization such as the NHL, like for that head contact. If the NHL comes out and says there is no more 2-minute head contact, she's strictly 4.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to follow.
That's right.
Literally.
Everybody would. You betcha they would. Yeah.
Same as the NFL. If they want a rule change and they make it, generally all the minor football organization leagues, they will follow, right?
You bet. I mean, you follow the big dogs. You want them to practice and play like what they're aspiring to, right? That's their end goal, is that league. Now, only 0.1% get there, but that's the reason 80% of kids are playing. The other 20 are just out there to have fun, or 30. But I mean, 70 don't make it. But I'll tell you, you talk to any little kid in Parker's team, oh, I'm going to be a hockey player when I grow up. Like, yeah. You pat him on the back. Look at your wife, be like, some bitch can't even stop. They're
talking about rec. They're talking about rec.
Well, they never mentioned rec to me, but I'll tell them it's a hell of a life. I've been a rec hockey player for 21 years now, and it's not too bad.
Just like living like a rock star.
It is rock star life. I get to the arena, I turn the heater on so my nipples don't break glass, and then we make sure we move the nets for the Zamboni guy, aka my brother. We get the sausage rolling in the room, we get dressed, we got music going, have a few Pilsners or Coors Lights. Get out there. Our one fan, aka the guy running the score clock, he enjoys the hell out of the game. Then we come in after, we drink, we play a little beer pong, we visit, we eat sausage, we go home, we wake up and feel like a train ran us over. It's a great life. There's nothing too bad about it. It's a good life.
That sounds tremendous, man.
Yeah,
That sounds
tremendous. We got our first game next week.
Oh, that's exciting. Austin will be super stoked because he looks
I'm hoping I can make some excuse, maybe pull my hammy this weekend. I don't have to play. I'm not really sure, but
and what nights are your rec nights? What nights?
We don't have nights yet. There's no more teams like Maple Creek and Leader. That's it. There's no more Burstall, Leader. I mean, there used to be Prelate, Burstall, Leader, us, Fox Valley, Richmond, yada yada. Maple Creek's got 2. And Leader's got 1, and Leader's is split between Burstall, Prelate, Scepter, and themselves.
Okay, yeah.
So I think we're just going to do a bunch of home and homes with the 2 different Maple Creek teams this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And they're always good. They're not overly competitive, so it doesn't get rough like, some of the games used to. It's like they don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. No, like at the end, I don't even think anybody knows who won. I know because I know how many damn goals I pulled out of my net, but most people don't have a clue even what the score was.
Kind of like pre-novice when you don't put the score up.
Oh, it looks like pre-novice, just fully grown, hairy, fat pre-novice men. Yeah, like that is what we get. Like shit.
Well, it's kind of like getting old. You start out as a baby, you end out as a baby. Well, that's kind of like hockey too. You start out shitty and you end up shitty.
Oh, there's no question. There's no question about that, man. Oh my God.
Hey,
although I'm peaking now, I'll be honest. If you want to come out and see some goaltending, it's unbelievable. I'm definitely peaking as I get older, but the other guys, of course, on their way down.
Well, I was just going to add to that, you start out drinking a bottle, and obviously in rec hockey, you end out drinking a bottle.
I actually have whiskey in my bottle on my net. Yeah, I do. That's not even a joke. Yeah,
probably on the net.
Right on the net. And I just make sure no one goes top shelf on me and knocks it off. So they might score on the ice, but ain't nobody going in the bread basket because if you knock my bottle off, I'm going to be super pissed.
I just got a quick look at here at the WHL standings too, and Medicine Hat Tigers second in the Eastern Conference. They sit at 40 points.
Awesome.
At 6th with 33 points. So,
yeah, Swift is doing good too. They're right there, man.
Yeah, they are starting to come. 8th place, 31 points. So Swift Current doesn't have a lot of cushion there, but
hey, girl. Say hi, Tyson.
Hi.
Good morning, Lily girl. How are you?
Good.
That's good. Best team in the WHL so far, Prince George Cougars, but they're only second best in points. 44 points. Saskatoon Blades is at 45. So
yeah, Blades are awesome. There's some good talent up here, man. I'll tell you.
There is, and once again, Hockey Canada getting fired up for the World Juniors. I'm excited. We're not going to have that all-star guy this year, but we definitely are going to be a good team, I would say.
Oh man. Absolutely. Like the talent up here is unbelievable this year. Like it kind of in the last few years has kind of taken a turn. Like there's no way that back in the day an NCAA team would have ever beaten a CHL hockey team, in my opinion.
No.
But now the talent down there in the NCAA and drafting, and I think because of the opportunity and because a lot of guys just wanting to live south, because Canada, wake up, Trudeau, you butthole, nobody wants to be here. I think it's just nicer to be down there. They can start their life down there. And then like, if they're going down for hockey, they can meet a girl, get a job, and they can maybe move to America where, there's still kind of that, American dream kind of still exists. It's still not as good as it used to be, of course, because both governments are stupid, but it's, I understand it. And there's some NCAA teams that got talent. But I'm telling you, I feel like the last few years we've been kind of like neglected and they're not taking our talent. It's not the best players considered. It's a lot of politics happening.
100%. And getting to add a little bit more to the American side, cost of living is definitely way less in the States. Like,
it is. Tax different too.
Yeah, go down to a grocery store down there once, or gas price or whatever. I mean, way cheaper than here.
And it's crazy to them. It's high because it has gone up for them, but like they would have died up here. Like I used to have buddies that came up there like, dude, even with the exchange, it's still more up there. I'm like, yeah, I know you're gaining 35% on your dollar, but yet it's still more expensive than what it is down there. And he's like, this is nuts. I said, yeah, it is nuts, dude.
Yeah. Well, we tax everything, and that's the problem.
Everything's taxed. Everything. Like I said, I showed Parker about his $100 the other day, and or $200, and all you get is 100. It was one of these like, I'm not doing it. I'm never paying him. He's never getting my money. Like never in a million years. I was like, well, you do what you got to do.
Join the rest of society. Just don't work then. The hell.
Yeah, join the other 80% of the bums living off the government, and then me and Tyson will just pay more.
Lily, how was your hockey on the weekend?
Good. Did you have fun?
Nice. Do you got the itch to come out of retirement?
What?
Do you want to play again? You do?
Yeah. There you go. You only hear it here first on the fans' perspective. We have Lily Schmaltz coming out of retirement to join the U9 Fox Valley
Maple Creek team.
Okay.
Yep. That's where Levi plays.
No team better than the Hawks, Lily.
That's where Peyton plays.
That's where Peyton plays.
Yeah,
he's the Hawk, and we have the best logo in hockey, man.
I do love the logo. I love the jerseys. I love the colors. I mean, I used to be a Hawk. I was a senior Hawk, but before the beer league career.
Well, you're still a senior.
Well, I'm a senior. I just ain't playing senior anymore. Actually, if I was, man, I've been looking around. I could never play ever again. I would be the oldest guy by a country mile. I'd be on the like Carter Wagner plays. I can't play hockey with a Carter Wagner. He's like a kid that I'm supposed to be a peer to. I can't play with kids that are that young. Like Peyton could be playing senior next year. I feel like I could be his dad. I'm like, this is not good. Like, I'm definitely retired. I thought maybe I had a few more miles in the car. I got no more miles left. I'm reversing the speedometer back, man. Odometer.
You've got her in reverse, jacked up, eh?
Dude, I can't believe how old I got so fast.
I've seen it.
You bastard.
Only 47.
I know I'm only 30. I'm a young guy, right?
Well, there's lots of midgets affiliated or AP'd to these teams. Yeah.
And that's what me and Donnie were noticing because we were talking about it. Don's like, dude, I'm hanging him up after this year. I can't do it, man. Like I coach these kids volleyball and then play hockey with them. That's just weird. He's like, I'm like almost like a father figure to them. And then a month later, we're in the showers together. He's like, that can't happen. That's just weird. I was like,
hey, Don, don't reveal any of that. You'll get into trouble. You're in the showers.
Right. They're individual showers now. Sorry, Hockey Canada, but you know what I mean. It's like you're in a dressing room with a kid that you coached, and now you're a grown man beside him. It's totally different, weird feeling. And I totally get what he was saying. Like it is weird. Like you go from being a father figure, a head coach, where you have to do everything you do is a reflection, and you want to make sure that you're a great influence and whatnot. Then you go to senior hockey where you kind of let loose, you're having beers with the boys, talking stupid, and those kids are sitting there, and you're like, shit, I gotta maintain this. I can't be too much of a dumbass, and that's tough.
I remember when Larry Kelo played, and a lot of his students would play too. So that would have been uncomfortable too. And your uncle Haas Lerner, well, he was the patriarch of the whole thing.
The elder statesman. The
elder statesman. He was the George Burns of the Rec Hockey League.
Yeah, he really was. And I mean, I was a backup goalie because Jeremy would play and then not play or whatever. So I played for the Blues at a really young age. At 14, I started. But yeah, Mr. Kelo was my teacher. Mr. Lehman was my teacher. And they were both on there. And it was weird to like see them on Monday and like very professional. Those two men carried themselves extremely professional at school. Like no guff, no joking. There was nothing about hockey talk to us. Like absolutely not. And in the dressing rooms to see them, in a towel, having a beer, making crude jokes. I was like, yep, this is weird. This is super weird. Yeah. And it was so weird. But that's small town. That's rec hockey. That's beer league. And It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Oh, it is. It is. And it's a great thing to have. Great thing to have.
It is.
Anyways, well, we probably will end the show there. And it's been a great morning. Thanks, Lily.
Always a great morning.
Yeah, thanks, Lily, for joining us, breaking the retirement news.
Yeah.
That she's
Her and
coming out.
Belichick,
Yeah,
making moves.
basically same headline.
coach of the Pats. You're just like him. Making moves, Lily.
So you heard it here first. We broke it first this morning.
Yeah.
Lily Schmaltz coming out of retirement.
Out of retirement. I like it. But out of
Anyways.
retirement and into breakfast. We gotta go.
You betcha. All right, sir. Well, have a good day. Tune
You too,
in to all-
Tyson.
You bet. Tune into all the rodeo action today for the NFR fans. Two shows. So we got lots
Awesome. And I'm not sure if I'm around tomorrow, if we have to go meet our accountant or what's happening yet. So I'm not sure if there's a show tomorrow or not. For sure there will be the next day, but I'll let you know, Tyson, today.
Sounds good.
Awesome, buddy.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. Talk to you later, Matt. Have a good one.
See you, Tyson. See you guys.